Hallå? Är det bra så här? Ska jag ta den lite längre väck? Welcome back to the city of Ezurum, which is the host of the World Mixed Doubles Championship 2012. Our future game in the Ezurum Arena tonight will be the qualification game for that last spot in the quarterfinals, and it will be between Denmark and Estonia. My name is Sander Olvag. I'm joined by the lovely Sarah Carlson.
And here you see the standings. Blue group, Switzerland and USA advancing to the quarterfinals, and Estonia finishing third. That's the reason we're seeing them here today. Red group, Canada and China are through to the quarterfinal, and so is Austria, who will be playing Scotland tomorrow morning. Finally, in the yellow group, Scotland and Sweden finishing on top, and Denmark, as we saw, they're gonna battle off against Estonia for the final spot in the quarterfinals. And here you see the lineup for Estonia. Martin Lill and Christina Lill.
Lineup for Denmark is Oliver Dupont and Mette Denegor. Estonia will be playing the red stones and have hammer. Denmark is playing the yellow. And we've seen a couple of shots already. It's Denegor to play stones number 2, 3 and 4 for Denmark. So this would be the second shot for Denmark in this end. Saw them beating Italy earlier today in the tiebreaker game.
Yeah, they took a huge score of 4 in the last end to win the game.
They even had to score 4 to win the game. They were down by 3.
Yeah, and I spoke to Oliver a little bit before the game, and he said he wasn't very happy with their performance. He said, we played 2 good ends, and actually they scored 4 in both of them, so pretty, you know that they have a very high level of performance there. The winner of this game will move on to play Switzerland tomorrow morning. Throwing stones 2, 3 and 4 for Estonia is Martin Lill. We see him here wanting to play a freeze on the one that was just played by Mette. Flip to come up a little bit on the inside here, that would give them a better angle, but good results. Finds the nose. And with a little tap.
Så jeg tænker, om vi skal spille igen her.
Vil du skubbe til det? Eller vil du bare ligge
det er det, jeg tænker på.
Hva?
Ja, fordi lige nu har de dobbelt, ellers vil vi ikke garden.
Ja.
Fordi det er kun dobbelt, de har.
Kan de gå den anden vej?
Nej, ikke at få den ud, det tror jeg ikke.
Okay.
Men i hvert fald ligger de kun med én.
Ja.
Lad os lægge garden, så se hvad det gør.
I et?
Ja, det er fint. Du skal bare dække venstre side af den gule. Din højre side.
So it's Denmark just to play the guard here.
Jeg tror, den er lidt oppe. Den er nok tæt. 12. 12. 1. 1. Ja, 2 måske. Den er bare helt død herude.
So wanting to protect the fact that there is a double available for Estonia on the 2 yellows in the house. So a nice card there.
Lidt langsommere derude. Ikke meget.
And looks like there might be a gap. Certainly is not a big one. But Estonia with hammer, maybe they wouldn't mind even getting the guards moving.
You got 3 stones left on this end. You can certainly try and pick off both guards.
Decision is though to come around the in-turn draw. This one's really curling, quite short of weight, and definitely closed off the gap now.
Yeah, Denmark lying 2 still. It's looking pretty good for them. So they might just look to come around this stone just played by Martin and Lil. Don't really have to be all the way down to the forfeit, just even just nibbling the rings or maybe just top 12 is okay. Don't think you want to be too deep, because might make a run back for Martin Lil a bit easier.
Den er nok lidt langsom herude.
Ja.
Maybe if Mette can just get this half tucked around that red guard
Yep, retning.
and sit quite high in the house.
Er forbi nu. Yep. Okay, wow. Den er i.
But she's going to over curl here.
Yep, læg den skråt på. Yep.
Og den er også slå her.
That works out okay for Denmark.
Ja, så den er lidt død derude.
Yeah, still good call to sweep that one, or they would maybe have lined it up for Estonia to just run it straight back down. Bit more of an angle now.
So electing to play this run back yellow onto red and maybe take off that centre guard and spill a bit back down. Not really sure if the shot's there. "39-year-old Martin Nell played curling for 8 years. It's going to hit it where you want it, but just don't think the angles were there for Estonia.
No, and still a couple of guards up there, so if Denmark can just close off this gap, it's going to be difficult for Estonia to score.
Jeg tror, den er lidt langsom at falde, Ollie.
Oh. Could still maybe come around the intern side and just find a piece of the button, but I think that's a shot that you're quite happy to leave your opponents for one when they have hammer.
Yeah, I believe so. This is the shot that Denmark fears the most. So I'm just going to guard up.
And here you see Oliver DuPont throwing first and fifth stones for Denmark.
Den er lige på den gule.
1, 12, 12. Ja, lidt langt.
Skal vi gå ned og lave
8,
den her?
8.
Yep, 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 yep.
So Meta just calling this one to
Okay.
bring it down to the forfeit, just over curling.
De kan ikke skyde på den, så får vi 2.
Maybe not the worst right there.
No, that red front one can be running to the yellow shot rock, but I'm not sure that would actually mean that Estonia scores. Looks like they're just gonna... Do you think they're playing a tap or just throwing this away, leaving Denmark with one? Yeah, it's gonna be just a throw through.
Yeah, not taking too many chances here. And if Denmark was only line one, I can understand that call. So last stone of the first end, just gonna slide all the way through. Not looking to make things worse, Estonia. And it's Denmark to start off the best with a steal of 1 in the first end.
Yes, so again, playing the first stone for Denmark, Oliver DuPont. Gonna try to freeze on
Rigtig god retning.
the pre-positioned stone that Estonia has on just back of the button.
Kun fart.
That's how mixed doubles curling work.
Yeah!
There are 2 players on each team, 1 male, 1 female. You throw 5 stones and you start every end with 2 stones that are already placed. Team with hammer will have one like you saw, just back of the button. Team without hammer starts off with a centre guard. So a nice come around there by Denmark to push the red one back just a little bit. This will be another attempt to freeze on the yellow from Christine Lill of Estonia. Because there are also no takeouts allowed until the 4th stone that you play in each end. We normally get some very aggressive curling and a lot of stones in the forefoot, just like you saw in the previous end.
Er det 8 eller 12?
Ja, bare helt rundt om den.
Ja, jeg spørger, hvor langt.
Nå ja, bare 8. Ja.
8.
Ja. Hvad var det?
Kom an dør.
Wow, ja, wow, vent lidt, vent lidt. Vent lidt, vent lidt.
4.
Ned til, hvis der er.
Ja, den er nødt til.
Okay, wow,
5.
wow. Wow, wow, kom op, wow, wow.
4 bag.
Wow.
8 bag.
So maybe a little bit extra weight there from Mete. But with the angle still sits quite nicely. It's not very easy for Estonia to draw to the shot stone, at least not on the outturn side. That would mean that they would have to come on the in-turn. So we're going to see an attempt of a double here.
Pretty quiet here in the Ezurum curling arena. Only one game going on. Is it a bit different being lonely out there, or instead of playing next to 4 other games?
Yeah, definitely, but it's got a couple of really nice things to it. First of all, it's quiet and it's a lot easier to hear your teammates, and it definitely helps. Then, you know, all eyes are on you and all the focus on your game. Can get a little bit nervous. But listen to all of those applause. It's quite nice knowing that they're only for you.
True.
Vi ligger stadig.
Ja.
Men bare her.
Ja, han spillede kun 10,5.
Ja. Men jeg tænker bare at spille samme fart som ham henover.
Ja.
Alternativ bare lige på.
Ja.
Så har han selvfølgelig den her vej ned. Ja.
10,5.
Ja, 10,5.
So Denmark also will be playing a takeout here.
Yep. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, whoa, whoa, whoa.
So we're going to see Mete over curling with that one.
Okay. Sådan åben.
Rolls her shooter to the right hand side of the house. And here you see a bunch of other teams coming in to watch and to cheer. See Martin Rios and Nadine Lehmann up there on the right. They will be playing whoever wins this game tomorrow.
teeks hoopis siitpoolt. Seal on taga kollane, mis püüab kinni, kui tugevaks läheb, lükkab tahapoole.
Siit pööras hästi palju.
Jaa, õigus.
Siit pööras hästi palju. Suund on hea. Võiksid harjata äkki või? Ei. Adriaan, natukene. Klitib äkki. Juba mööda.
So Martinel is going to come on down to that yellow nicely.
Han har 3 inde i 4.
Yeah, Estonia is sitting
Vil du have den?
Så I skyder den ud
1 now, I believe.
Bare med en 10'er.
Shot zone is behind the tee line though.
Fin med is her på.
So Denmark thinking that the real danger for them is this one top forefoot. Gonna go and try and remove it. Sit there themselves.
Wonder if maybe they like to play the double here, catch the back red as well. Maybe just thinking that they don't want to leave too many Estonian stones lying around, as they have hammer. Can quickly give up a big end. Well, want to keep things tight, Denmark. And obviously to keep 1 yellow in front of the house would help Denmark later on in the end. So maybe not the double here, but maybe the roll in behind the guard. I think either result there was good for Denmark. And I think maybe Estonia is looking for a double takeout.
Certainly looks like it.
Just come off the wide one and roll in towards the centre.
Yeah, that would leave their shooter sitting in a pretty nice position. Still leaving the come around freeze for Denmark.
So we're down to the last stone for Martin L, meaning there will only be one more stone from each team after this. They're looking close here, Martin Little. That's a really nice shot. So Denmark now faced with this freeze. Really important to come to the face of that red stone in the center there. What's the thing you don't want to do here?
Miss. I was going to say, well, this needs to be dead on. You don't want to leave Estonia.
A shot for 4?
No. So needs to be there.
Yeah, I can't afford to be too wide here. Might just leave a chance to score 4. So a bit probably like to over curl, then do this. It's going to happen with this one. It's going to come to the back one. I think almost that was better for them than ticking off the red one. First red.
So depending on how much Estonia can see of this red in the 8 foot,
Oh yeah.
could get both yellow moving.
But looks like Estonia is going to just be reasonable here and play the easier shot to score 2. It looks quite difficult to come around on the end turn here, so I think the draw is a good call. Last stone on the second end for Christine Lill. Just looking for the forfeit. Has a bit of backing here, but needs the line. Looking pretty good so far. And it's going to come on down to that back yellow. And Estonia will score 2. After giving away a steal of 1 in the first end. So Estonia leads the game 2 shots to 1. Denmark will have hammer in the third end.
Okei. Siitpoolt. Jah.
So for the first time in this game, we're going to see Denmark with hammer, which means that Estonia will play the first stone. So here is Christine Lill with the intern freeze this time.
Looks like she'll over curl on this one. And it's going to take the guard. This is not a good result.
Especially when you don't have hammer, really don't want to leave your opponents starting off with shot stone and the draw in behind corner guards.
Eventuelt så skal den jo bare ligge heroppe.
Ja, præcis.
So Oliver DuPont gonna try and come around the one of the red guards.
Lige fart. 4.
Set
4.
top 8 foot.
Lidt vores op. Lidt vores op.
That's looking a little bit hot at the moment.
Really heavy.
Gets a good result though,
Yeah.
as far as being really heavy goes.
True. Does create some separation here. As in behind the tee line, but if you are ever wanting to be in behind the tee line, as it's going to be when you have the last one. And Estonia don't really have that center guard up, so maybe not looking too bad for Denmark. Martin Lill. From the capital of Estonia, Tallinn.
It's gonna come down with a really nice draw there. Could get Estonia a bit of it out of trouble.
Men ej, lad os bare gå ned på.
So Denmark again just gonna play a freeze on this one.
Tror ikke, det er lige lovligt meget is til mig?
Jo, det kan godt være. Tilbage retning. Vente lidt.
Yes. Mette
Nok lige 4 bag.
the near guard here with the in-turn draw.
8 bag.
Kom nu.
Ja, der er stadig 8 bag.
Ja, det er lidt lang vej. Det er fint nok. Den er med i spil.
Big mistake there from the young Danish girl. Comes up really heavy.
Og det er 2 ting, så vi har allerede 3 ud.
Ja, jeg har 2 mere, ikke?
Præcis.
Går bare derned, ikke?
Leaves a chance for Martin Lill to protect his shot stone. Maybe just come to the very top of the 12 foot. Slightly, maybe slightly tucked in behind the guard on the right hand side. That would certainly make it difficult for Denmark. Even just a straight guard would be okay here. Just doesn't want to be heavy and come all the way down to the red. Although if he does that, he needs to sit on the face of it. But certainly not looking heavy. And can he just tuck a little piece in behind the guard?
I think Denmark can just see the entire red stone there at the top 12 foot.
Ja. Vil du have den første hen over den anden?
Ja, det tænker jeg. Og så ned mod alligevel.
Might be wise to go for the one that you see on the left hand side here. Try and remove both.
Ja, det er her omkring.
Ja. Pas på, den ikke laver det ligesom sidste kamp, hvor den
Ja,
bare...
præcis. Du får lidt mindre is.
Ja.
So nicely played there by Mette. Almost catches the one in the house as well.
Man skal ikke lade de syver ligge
Things
der.
are certainly open now for Denmark, so should have a chance to score.
on jälle võimalik õksata seda ainult. Ma paneks praegu kaitse.
Paneme kaitse.
Sa võiks natukene sisse poole võtta.
Gonna see another guard from Estonia now.
Sådan der. Hold det ikke op, fuld. Hurry up! Du ette muidu.
Löögi kivi jääb nüüd punktiks.
So line's pretty good. Does come quite close to the right window. And with a perfect shot,
Panen kinni praegu soja.
you might see a double
Vi kan
Men altså,
prøve
hvis,
lige.
jeg tænker bare,
without jamming on the yellow.
Ja. Vi kan også bare...
It's pretty difficult though.
Med nier eller sådan noget.
jo,
Og
men
hvis
så
der
kør
er
den bare ud af. Den når ikke at falde.
Ja.
Skal vi ikke tage den?
Jo.
Fordi vi ligger 2 og 3.
Det er bare sådan lidt, hvis jeg spiller en hakfart og rammer den forreste, så triller den bare derned, så ligger de sådan.
Ja, jeg tror det ikke. Jeg tror, den vil køre længere.
Okay.
Men det er bare ærgerligt, hvis vi sætter dobbelt lige ned i, ikke? Så ligger de 2 bag vores.
Jeg er enig.
Skal vi bare spille en hak? Den curler fint.
Ja. Du vil ikke have 11?
Jo, vi kan også godt tage 11.
So Denmark is just gonna come down here with that control weight. Try to pick off the shot. Stone as they're lying second and third.
Yep. Yep.
Pretty difficult shot for Meta.
Jan! Perfekt retning! Jan! Jan! Yep, det sidste.
Looking pretty good.
Wow, wow.
Can she get by the top one? Yes, she can. Removes the red. Perfect shot. Really nice. And Denmark now lies two.
Siit, kuidas siit pööras?
Täiesti normaalne. Mõtlen, me peame pareda poole peale minema.
Ma mõtlen, kui see välja ei tule, siis...
Okei, ma võtan selle ära.
Jah.
Seest välja.
Jaa.
Teed 10-se.
Jaa.
So Estonia gonna make a play on this yellow. Which still leave Denmark with a pretty good opportunity of scoring two.
Hey.
Might be the best option here. This one does need to curl though.
Yeah, almost looking like she's gonna miss it completely. Just gonna tick it out to leave Denmark sitting one. So a huge miss there from Christine Lell.
Bare spil...
Bare lidt mere is.
And Denmark with a chance to play the hit to score three.
Hvordan kom min før?
Ah?
Hvordan kom den før jeg spillede?
Ja.
Slet den tidligt.
Ja, giv lige lidt mere.
Don't want to jinx him here, but I think we've seen this shot over curl a couple of times and jammed on
Ikke hurtigere.
a shot stone
Nej, nej.
this week.
Good thing though is I think Oliver's got a good active release.
Last stone of the third end for Oliver. Looking to catch this one a little bit high off the nose. Looking pretty close. And he's going to make it for 3. Denmark moves to a 4-shot-to-2 lead after 3 ends. It was Meta that really set up this end with a really nice pick.
It started off with a great double and then just picked that Estonian stone off the forefoot. It's really just first stone there by Estonia that took the guard and left Denmark with 2 corners.
Yeah, it certainly made things difficult for Estonia. You don't want to be heavy and narrow on your first shot.
I think we're going to see the same mistake here from Denmark.
Yeah, but he's going to curl so much that he's not going to end up with 2 corner guards. Still leaves the center. So that's certainly not a good shot, but still leaves Denmark in a not too awful situation.
No, so Martin Lill calling this top 8 foot of the house, which is a call I really like. Would you agree?
Yeah, you don't need to come all the way down to your own stone. It would only leave a tap back for Denmark to lie second shot on top of your own, and just really narrowing down the scoring area for you. So I'm going to leave this a little bit short of the forefoot, but maybe not that much.
No, you didn't want to leave it short of the house. So still a tap is a call for Denmark. Mete seems to be on fire so far. I think that means mixed double curling championships in Turkish.
There's always hoping. Oh, just over curled by maybe half an inch there. Really nice attempt by Meta. I think that stone's just going to hang on at the back, but maybe not in the house. So close there, but you might have been looking to play that shot with a bit less weight, so if you did not get the line perfectly, you'd at least be lying with a stone and somewhere at the top of the forefoot maybe.
Yeah, that sure would have been nice.
Just see.
So Estonia looking to set 2 now. Come this far out, sometimes the ice is a little bit slower. So full sweep on that one, they will find the 12 foot.
Jo, det er også fint. Så er vi bare ikke i hus. Så vi kan godt lige rulle lidt.
Ja.
Bare 10. Wow. Wow.
So this time,
Wow.
a hit and roll being called.
Så tager vi stoppen. Yep. Yep.
So maybe changing the call here, Oliver, looking for the double instead.
Helt ud, Olli, helt ud. Yep. Du må godt lige råbe, de spiller på dobbelen.
Ja, det sagde vi tager dobbelt.
Jeg kan ikke høre det.
Ja, okay.
Mä otan natuke sisäpuolella.
He's going to leave 2 reds in the house.
no natukene jah.
So now we see a couple of missed shots from Meta Denegar. And Estonia looking a bit better. Obviously, if your opponent misses a couple of shots, usually you should be looking good, unless you miss all your shots yourself.
Yep, that is some good math.
I think Martin Lall's going to pull up a bit short here. Really wanted this to come around the guard.
So it's going to be difficult to get in the house here soon.
Men det ved jeg ikke, om det er der.
Jo, jeg kan se, jeg har 2 centimeter på begge sider.
Skal vi prøve det?
Det er bare sådan lidt, hvis vi åbner op, så drager
Ellers
vi, der
fjerner vi
ligger på
garderne.
Jamen, det er ikke os, der er sidste.
Nej, nej.
So do you like to run back here, or
Men hvis jeg
could you
åbner
just
op,
maybe
og de
play
drager rundt, så ligger de med
a
3,
draw around
så
the,
laver dobbelt, så
the
drager
left
de
red,
rundt.
just on top of the house for a second shot?
Ej, nej, man kan ikke tappe dem hullet, for jeg har kun lidt på begge sider.
Ja. Men altså, ellers er det garden.
I don't mind the run back. I think if you draw in and set for second shot, it might be a good way to just force score a 1. If you don't make this and you roll and you
Okay, vi får den hånd her.
leave a gap, then you could be looking at
Væk her hurtigere.
Estonia drawing into set 3.
Bare selv din gode. Jeg skal bare ramme lidt på venstre.
So risk and reward, what do you like?
Er den ned?
Well, if you're confident in making the run back, it's okay, but it's on an angle, so you're rolling away from the center line even if you make it.
Ej, okay.
Opsøg.
Seem to have missed this one.
Den er der, Olli.
Ja.
Not by much.
Godt forsøg.
Seemed like they both agree that it was a missed shot just after release, but certainly was close.
Tæt på.
Ja, det er det.
siit, kui me avame kollasega, siit saame agressiivsemaks.
So
peale praegu.
Denmark with only 1 stone left in this end,
Mängiks siia.
and it's Estonia with a chance to draw in line 3. Maybe score that 3 right back and move to a 5 shot to 4 lead.
Se võib see suund olla.
I think that is definitely the goal for Estonia here. Denmark just with 1 more stone to try and stop that from happening.
Siit. Siit vahelt või?
Now the question is where to draw.
Jaa.
I think we're going to see them try and come around the yellow-red combination of guards through the gap.
Suund on hea. Nüüd hakkas pöörama. Ei. Võib-olla
Right, the line is pretty good here.
Needs to find a little bit more curl maybe. Okay, so it's not going to get all the way in behind the guard. Wonder if Denmark has a double here.
Ja, bare ramme
Certainly
ud.
looks like it.
Ja. Bare 10, så vi bliver her.
Ja, præcis.
Så kan vi dække den der nede, ikke?
Ja.
Skal vi sige, jeg fejrer?
Om du fejrer?
So they're not going to throw too much weight at this, just going to go ahead and try and hit and roll to at least out-count the back one.
Yeah, I'm going to try and come more or less onto nose here. Make a double. If not, they could roll in behind the guard.
This looked like a bit of a soft release. Started curling straight away.
He's going to look to at least get third shot here. And do think he will. It's a big miss from Oliver.
Kristiine, eks sa tahad siitpoolt tulla? Siin on stopper
I
ees.
certainly thought
Võtan suuna sisse.
Denmark was lying third, but looks like Martin Little has a call for the draw. So I would believe they are lying 3. It'd be crazy not to play Het Tornillo for 4, wouldn't it?
It would, Sander. You're absolutely right. As always. So, a couple of big turnarounds already in this game.
Tundub väga kiire praegu.
Last stone of the 4th end. It's Kristiine Little looking for a score of 4, I believe. And again, she'll have a bit of backing. And again, I don't think she needs it. Really nice weight. Comes on down to the T-line. Oliver's going to take a second look. He wants to measure.
Threes.
Yeah, 3.
It's going to be 3 for sure for Estonia. And it's umpire Eva Roethlisberger to come on and measure the 2 stones. Look like yellow from the overhead camera, but our camera angles does lie now and again.
Yeah, I really think if there was any sort of doubt from the Estonian team about who were third, they would have played the take out there to make sure.
So just making this needle bend a little bit. And does look like red. So Estonia will score 4. After 4 ends, Estonia back in the lead, 6 shots to 4, as both team head into the half-time break. A couple of minutes they will have to chat about the game and maybe talk about tactics for the remaining 4 ends. We will maybe go and get some Turkish delight in the meantime.
Welcome back to the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship in Erzurum, Turkey. Our feature game is a very exciting one between Denmark and Estonia. The winner will move on to play Switzerland in tomorrow's quarterfinal. And if you can feel it, we have an amazing atmosphere here in Erzurum Curling Arena today. Sandra and I tried to start the wave in the break, and it's working pretty well. So you see Christina Lill for Estonia here with the first come around freeze. Estonia with a huge score of 4 in the fourth end. They are leading the game 6 shots to 4.
Ja, det synes jeg.
Eventuelt så heroppe ved siden af.
Ja, det kan jeg næsten bedre lide.
Ja, så gør vi det.
Ja.
Doesn't quite get to freeze, but ends up in a good position. And here you see Oliver DuPont for Denmark.
Lidt oppe.
Gå. Retningen er rigtig god.
Lidt oppe.
Gå.
4 bag.
Gå.
Kommer der ind nu. 4.
Gå. Gå. Helst ikke, helst ikke, helst ikke. Den er kun lige på.
Tag den.
Kun lige på, lige på. Den er lige på, den er lige på, den er lige på. Yep, yep, yep. Undskyld. Den faldt så meget. Det så jeg det. Det ligger godt.
So a couple of good shots to start off this fifth end.
So we're going to try and follow up on the Danish stones here. Martin Lill. Looks like he's got a really nice line. And a beautiful shot there.
Ja.
Så bare fryset herned.
And here you get a look at the female player for Denmark, Mette Nergård. Also needs to try and follow that red stone. Comes up a bit short, but could still end up in a very usable position for Denmark.
võiks mängida siia üldse kaitse. Las nad võtavad selle 1 punkti. Mängime siia kaitse. Nad hakkavad siit eest lahti mängima. Mängime siia kaitse.
So Denmark sitting 1 at the moment. Maybe Estonia feeling that house is set up pretty good for them. They wouldn't really mind letting Denmark take 1. Give them hammer back in the 6th end, and they can't really see a way for Denmark now to make a move on anything and score 2, so they'll put up a guard.
Selvfølgelig kun at skubbe til den.
Ja, fordi så er vi åbnet op, så går han bare ned og skubber, og så ligger han 2.
Ja.
For han skal nok komme derind.
Så drager rundt. Det er bare rundt.
Vi kommer aldrig, vi kan ikke drage rundt om ind i 8 fod.
Nej. ikke så mange andre ting.
Hvad?
Der er ikke så mange andre ting, jo.
Nej.
Så kan vi fjerne garter, men altså...
Så skal vi fjerne begge garter.
Ja.
Så har vi begge garter væk, så kan han gardere enten den, eller så kan vi skyde en gul den
Men vi får ikke 6'eren ud alligevel.
Nej. Spørgsmålet er, om vi overhovedet kan få 2 point den henne, ikke?
Jo, det
sådan som det ligger.
Ja, præcis.
Fordi den her, den kan jo ikke blive skubbet meget længere ud.
Nej.
Før.
Så jeg ved ikke rigtig, om vi har noget.
Så skal vi drage her, ikke?
Jo, præcis. Det er også det, jeg tænker. At lægge den her, så man har den ind mod, ikke?
Ja.
Altså
og hvis den er til det, så trækker vi den her ned.
Ja, vi kan lige godt prøve. Altså,
vi kan lige godt prøve, ikke? Og ellers ligger den højt, så må vi bombe den.
Ja.
Can you see any ways for Denmark to score 2 here, Sander? Or set up a score of 2?
Okay.
Might just have to take a look at the house again. Looking quite difficult.
Okay.
Martin O'Neill came down with that really perfect little tap.
Lav sådan en ligesom mod Italien.
Ja.
Did you pick up on what call this was?
I think they might be playing a draw or try and sit somewhere in the 8-foot put-up stone that they could maybe tap later. Or try and angle freeze this red one in the top 8-foot.
Retning. God retning. Yep. Yep. Perfekt retning. Yep.
I think the freeze is the call.
Hvis du kan. Yep. Det er et godt forsøg. Godt forsøg.
I wonder if they might be. They might.
Den kommer der ikke.
Wonder if they were looking to maybe come around that top red.
Ja, ja.
A sit 2. That does end up on top of the red.
Lepime sellega, nad võtavad ühe.
Maybe Estonia will elect to come around.
Ma võtan natuke väljapoole,
Jaa.
et sellele otsa ei läheks.
So a lot of good options here for Estonia. The only thing that you don't want to do is hang wide and leave a double or a roll in of some sort.
Oot, las ta pöörab nüüd. Las nüüd pöörab. Ja.
We'll put up another guard.
Plads på den sidste. Hvis den ligger.
Du selv line vores op. Læg den der, og så har du rundt af
Åh, det kunne vi da godt gøre.
Og så har han det også. Så det kommer vi så.
Skal vi lægge den her?
Ja, så vi har snittet ind i.
Så vi har snittet ind i.
Det kan godt være, vi skal bare lægge den her måske.
Ja.
Og så snitte den ind.
Okay.
Vi skal ret langt ud på banen her, synes jeg.
Skal jeg bede en kigge på den, eller tror jeg kommer ud over ham?
Det ved jeg ikke. Bare spil den.
Det ser helt åndssvagt ud, Olli. Der var lukket.
Fuldstændig. Men det er nyt i curling, det her.
So again, just gonna try and put up a stone that they can use.
Det er retning.
Jeg tror, den dør.
Okay, så bare kom.
After saying that, she thinks this is gonna
Ej, okay, bare
be in a really slow path.
Okay.
Jeg er også bare helt væk.
Ja. Jeg kan ikke rigtig få meget mere is, vel?
Yeah, just went quite away with it and probably came down a path they haven't played too much.
Må jeg bare prøve at drage over den anden side? Bare prøve at drage derovre.
Ja, jeg ser det kan det svært. Jeg tror det ikke. Men...
Nej.
Selle kollasega
Ei, paneme siia kaitse, et nad ei saaks siit tulla teist punkti peale tooma.
Jaa.
Don't really think we're going to see very much more happening here in this end. Both teams just kind of thinking it's locked up and not really wanting to do anything about the situation.
Step.
Ja, jeg tror, du skal ned og ligge her ved siden af den.
Ja.
På 10.
Ja.
So Denmark now looking to maybe draw for two here. They need to sit exactly on the tee line and
Ej, ligger lidt bredt.
right to their yellow stone, and they might be there. Last stone of the fifth end.
Og lige den har slet ikke retning.
Yeah, looking quite wide with this one. Really wide actually. So nowhere close. And it's going to be a score of 1 for Denmark. So after 5 ends, Estonia still leading the game.
Nej,
Now
det
6
pisse
shots to
nederen.
5, and they'll have last stone advantage in the 6th end.
Vaatame, kus poolt nad, kas nad saavad peale või mitte. On ju?
Siis otsustame.
Jah, siis otsustame.
Jah, me oleme siis nagu rütmis ka, sest meil on aega natuke vähe.
No, natuke.
So by now we recognize this start of the end. Call is a
Er
freeze.
klar på retningen?
Ja.
Yep.
If you have any questions about mixed doubles or curling, then you can always post them on our Facebook site, the World Curling Federation. You can also use Twitter, put hashtag WMDCC2012. As we know, Sander is very smart and wise, so he's going to give you the answers as we see Oliver DuPont with an absolute perfect shot there.
Yeah, can't really make that any better. Perfect line, perfect weight. Sits dead frozen onto Estonia's red. And Christine Lill wants to come down here and maybe tap up these stones.
Hey!
Really need to move them. And 1 point of the end. Why not now? But it's going to hang high. Weight was there, just a bit wide.
Yeah, so if you're Denmark and you're looking to steal,
Ja.
this is exactly the setup that you want to see.
Yeah, now you really don't need to come down with another shot. You can just be
Hvis den er 12,
start
så
the guard here.
tag den halv rundt.
I think they're looking
Ja,
at
det kan du godt, men
maybe
du kan ikke skyde den ud lige nu jo.
Nej.
just getting half checked behind the guard at the top of the 12.
Tror du, min falder så meget?
Det tror jeg, den curler så meget der. Fin retning.
1-12.
Det er fint. Wow, wow.
12.
Bare dæk af på deres indlæg. Wow.
1.
Wow.
Bare retning.
Fin retning.
1.
Wow. Wow.
Et.
Wow.
2,5.
Bare
1.
dø der.
Et.
Wow. Yep. Bare lige tage den lidt rundt. Yep. 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 Fint. Super.
Godt se dig lige.
Finds just a spot there.
Hvis jeg skal ind og skubbe den, så må jeg komme herhen på.
Estonia now going to try and come around the other side.
Lahti võtta pole mõtet veel või?
Võtame lahti, jah. Näita siitpoolt.
But then changing their minds as they are allowed to play takeouts right now, so gonna make a move on the guards.
Haha, really nice shot by Martin Lill. Picks off both guards and does loosen up that freeze.
He really couldn't get a better result with that one.
Ja, det er fint. 10.
No, after Denmark's perfect start to the end,
Ligger den gul sådan
Estonia
foran?
just really needs to find a way to score.
Ja.
And I think we might be seeing a very defensive call from Denmark. Looking at playing the hit on the red.
Overretning. Klar. Yep. Yep. Wow, wow, wow.
Lidt oppe.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Wow.
Bare se der lige.
So removes the red, rolls out to the right hand side, and Denmark right now setting 3. But Estonia has hammer and there's no guards. So Estonia looking pretty good to score, I would say.
Yeah, and you pretty much need to score. There's no point in blanking the end, as you'll lose the last one advantage. Almost likely. Stay blank. It's Denmark. Denmark's time to choose if they'd like to have hammer or not, and you'd guess that they would choose the hammer. So, looking to maybe make the roll on top of the yellow.
Close but no cigar.
Yep. And Meta Denegar just looking for the nose hit.
Måske så meget lige på som muligt, eventuelt så meget herover.
Ja.
Hvis vi ruller herud, og han bare tager taken lige på, så har han fryset.
Ja. Nå, men så må vi jo bare lade den rulle af. Altså, så ligger der en i hver side.
Ja, det er rigtigt, men ej, helst lige på, den er fin.
Okay. 10.
Ja, bare samme fart. Altså, rulle af er fint, hvis det er.
Jeg skal ikke skyde 9,5.
Det kan jeg også godt. Wow, 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 wow. Ikke på.
So Denmark not really with any hopes of stealing this end. But now, with that mistake from Meta, they are maybe even looking at losing it too.
Hvor svært kan det være at lave en check-out? Altså.
Over 100 væk.
Ja.
So quite the turnaround on this end. Martin Lill now. Looking to maybe score a couple. Almost fell over there on the slide.
But you have drawn to the other side here, Sander. You really don't want to set up a double.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that they're playing the this way. Just going to punch his own stone to maybe a third shot position.
I think it is a third shot. Would much rather have seen them split the rings. That surely would make it more difficult for Denmark. Even if he would have made this, there would have been some sort of double opportunity available for Oliver.
Skal jeg feje?
Det må du godt.
Ja.
Giv mig lidt mere is, fordi den må hellere bare tage den direkte af. Den må ikke jamme ned i, det er ikke så godt. God retning. Wow. Vente. Yep. 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 Yep.
Unlucky there, Oliver. Will jam and leaves an open hit for Estonia to score 2. After all.
So a miss followed by a miss followed by a miss.
Christian Lill and Martin has both skipped Estonia at the European Championships in the B group. Right now, we see the last of the 16 for Christine. Needs to make the nose hit. They come up quite wide, and it's lucky not to remove her own red there. Could have been pretty awful. But steal for Denmark is awful enough, and both teams find themselves at 6 points each. After 6 ends.
Jeg vil næsten hellere give dem 2, og så skulle vi tage 2 eller 3 i sidste. Altså, det er næsten bedre.
Ja, men jeg synes ikke.
So starting off the 7th end, Oliver DuPont made an absolute perfect freeze with his first in the 6th. And then Denmark did end up stealing after 4 mixed takeouts in a row.
If you're just joining us, you're watching the live coverage from the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship here in Erzurum, Turkey. This is the qualification game between Denmark and Estonia. The winner here will get that last spot in the quarterfinals.
Jah, tule. Väga hea. Harja. Väga hea. Oh, hey.
So we see some good line here also from Estonia. A little bit more weight. Gets a tap. Denmark still sitting 1, but not in the same good position that they were, so
Hvis vi går den vej rundt, kan de så skyde den den vej?
Ja, det kan de godt, men så ruller de selv af.
Question is where to put this now.
Skal vi prøve det? Bare fryse hernede.
Okay, skal den helt ned til, eller skal den skubbe?
Ja, helt ned til.
Okay. Hvad hvis den ligger oppe i 8?
Ja, det er også okay. Men så har han selvfølgelig stadig den her over. God retning. Vente lidt. Vente.
10.
Vente.
Wow, 4 bag.
Wow.
Wow.
Vente.
Wow.
Vente. Kom nu.
4 bag.
God retning.
Helst
Wow.
ikke, helst ikke.
God retning.
Wow, 10, 4 bag.
Wow. Yep.
10,
Yep, retning. Yep, retning.
4 bag.
Yep, retning. Yep. Så den kommer hernede. Wow. Ind her.
So it comes up with a little tap there.
80 er den røde der.
Maybe I'd like to see Denmark come around with a corner freeze. This is
Okay.
quite easy for Estonia to push to the back forefoot, which would leave them sitting with 2 red stones in front. Dangerous position for Denmark.
Hey. 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 Ja. Ja.
Just squeaks by the guard there. Taps back the yellow. Really nice shot there. Denmark still sitting shot, but Estonia are lined up pretty nicely.
Ja, man kan få over i og så mod midten. Hvis han skyder den hårdt, kan han godt. Altså, skyde den der.
Hvad hvis vi ligger ind her?
Ja.
Jeg er bare bange for at tabe den, ikke?
Jo.
Og vi taber den
Men den
derned.
er, men lad os gå efter her. Alternativt, hvis vi bare taber den herned.
Fordi hvis vi ligger her, så har han ikke rigtig noget.
Nej, så har han ikke noget.
Så har han ikke noget.
Nej, lad os prøve den. Og hvis den laver tabet, gør det ikke noget, så får den næsten ikke ud vores.
Hvad?
Hvis den endelig laver tabet, så får den svært ved at få vores ud.
Ja. Spiller den bare sådan 4-10?
Ja, bare 10-line, hvis den går efter fryset.
Ja.
So Denmark looking for the dead freeze onto this second shot, the red one. Even if they tap it back, I think Denmark will be happy.
God retning.
Nede.
Yep.
12.
God retning. Yep.
12.
Yep. Så fem retning. Kun fart den.
8.
Wow, ned til. Yep.
Godt tabe.
Yep.
Kan godt tabe.
Okay, yep. God retning. God retning. Wow.
Kun frys.
Wow.
Looking pretty close here.
Yep. Wow.
Really nice shot by Meta. Absolutely perfect.
Jeg har en til.
Has missed a few shots this game, but has also made a couple of
ta on natukene
real peaches.
väljapoole, ma pean rahulikumaga tulema.
nii või?
Eelmist näitasid minu arust nii.
Natuke nii siis. See on okei või? Ei.
Vaata, kaitsesse ei lähe.
Ei lähe. Praegu on nii palju ruumi, et uhuhuu. On esimene.
tea risk.
So maybe not exactly what Estonia were looking for, but
Jo, det har han.
Det er mig, der spiller.
Ja,
so frozen onto
Men lige nu, det er for nemt skud, han har herovre.
Ja.
what might be the shot stone. Maybe Estonia is lying shot.
Også fordi så har
It's
vi
hard
stadig
to
vores
tell.
gule syver.
Godt med måske der. Altså i stedet for at gå ned helt.
Yeah, it looks pretty close.
Altså hvis vi bare ligger den lidt åben derude, ikke?
Det er bare en svin. Så vi ligger her.
Ja.
Hvad har han så at gøre, ikke? Altså så har han 2 i 4 fod.
Ja, præcis. Skal vi ikke få det?
Vi kan jo bare spille den her til, hvis det er.
Ja. Hvis den er kort,
Altså
så
den er jo
kommer
god hele vejen ud.
Ja, præcis. Det er ikke noget
Jeg synes
nemt skud,
bare-
han har på den røde der.
Hvad for noget?
Det er ikke noget nemt skud, han har på den røde.
Nej, fordi
Så det er fint nok. Vi dækker
der
den
er
her.
under 10 cm luft, så han har ikke særlig meget at rulle på.
Ja, præcis.
Given
Han kan lige så godt slippe vores ind.
given away one is quite a good result for Denmark in this end. I would give them hammer coming home in the
Yeah,
8th. Just don't want to give up too.
So playing the freeze here. I think you need to come all the way down here if you pull up short. I think Estonia is left with a
God retning.
shot to maybe
Hjem hvis du kan. Hjem hvis du kan.
fly 3,
Hjem. Hjem retning.
even 4 maybe.
Hjem retning. Hjem retning.
12.
Hjem. Det snitter. Wow.
So looking to crash on the guard and might have taken away that shot for Estonia now.
Det er ærgerligt.
Han er jo lidt der.
Desværre, jeg har lige sat det.
Got some good angles. They could have played just a nose hit, maybe a hair off the nose of the top yellow. If you really make some yellows move, but
küsimus on ainult
Denmark
selles, et
ticked off the guard, and that shot is now
ta peab
removed.
ainult vastu tulema.
jaa.
Could still come
ma
down
näitan selle suuna sulle või?
on this red-yellow combination on the button though, and set 2. Maybe 3, depending on who is 3rd and 4th at the moment.
ma võtan natuke siia valge
Yeah,
sisse
looking
või?
like a tap to lie to here.
ei
For
saa
me.
väga hea.
okei.
So we've got a question, Sander, from Cheryl McLeod. She is wondering if Denmark's the only team that has the girl playing the 2nd, 3rd and 4th stone.
No, we've seen many teams play it that way. Just out to the top of my head, I would say USA has been playing that more or less all week, and they've made it to the quarterfinals.
13 kutsud.
There's a lot of teams can't really
ai raisk.
come up with all of them right now, but it's, I don't know, it's pretty 50-50, wouldn't you say? I'm not sure.
I think so too. There's also teams have the opportunity of
Ja, fordi den brænder
changing
lige
their
herovre,
lineups
ikke?
during a game.
Lad os gøre det.
Du kan ramme den
So
så
if
tyndt du vil.
something's
Den vil
really
stoppe
not
over din
working,
hud.
or if someone's making one shot better than the other,
Den er lige på, er det
can
fint nok?
just change.
Nej, så tager den den
As
gule der.
USA are now sitting 2,
Nej, okay.
Så ligger de med 2.
maybe with a
skal-
double
du skal på
opportunity
en af
here
siden.
Okay.
for Denmark, or even
Hvad vej
just
vil du tage den?
hit and roll would make it difficult for USA to score more than one.
Jeg har en halv sten på hver side.
Ja, jeg tænker bare fart.
Det er bare 10, tror jeg.
Ja, jeg fejrer.
Ja. Nej, lidt mere i.
Scotland and France also has been playing that way. Just thinking through it now.
Wow.
There's a couple of good teams out there that have been playing the same way that Denmark is.
Lav doble.
Wow. Vente.
Needs to curl here, Oliver. Doesn't want to catch the guard, has, and gets a bit lucky with that one,
Okay.
and sits on top of the red.
Okay.
Really lucky. That's a great result.
ma julgesin küll midagi viskama hakata.
I think maybe there's still a shot for 2 for Estonia. Maybe if you come off the stone on the right side of the forfeit here, you might be able to get 2. Hopefully you might be
kas me hakkame siit?
moving back that red onto the back hill.
siit me nagu ära lüüa ei saa seda punast.
It's a bit hard to see how much space there is between those two frozen stones.
proovime 12-kümnesega teha seda, siia tulla vahele.
nii, ja mis see annab meile?
ega ta ei anna.
See ei anna meile. Meil läheb lihtsalt aeg praegu.
Okei, tee siis siit.
I think you have to play it and just
Tee välja vise siit.
hope that you score two with this one.
10 vise. Trenni mõttes.
Might not even see too much of the inside of this yellow.
Siit välja, jah.
So
Yeah.
as they look to maybe play a bit more control weight. So we're all tied up here between Estonia and Denmark. And the 7th end, last shot for Christian Lill.
And they're actually throwing this away, Sander.
That's a bit surprising. Thought they had a shot for two there.
I think that
Not a too risky shot either.
I think the decision was that they couldn't see enough of it and it wasn't there. I don't know.
Well, they could always try.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's Estonia to pick up the 1 point. They'll lead the game 7 shots to 6. After 7 ends, Denmark will have the last stone for the potentially last end of the game.
Ja, men det var det, vi gjorde mod Australien.
So a real nail biter here.
Ikke sandt? Og jeg tænker bare, vi
It's
skal nok
exactly what we want when we're fighting for playoff spots.
Ja.
Så det skal vi kunne fortsætte sammen.
Fortsætter bare på.
Just a good thing to see that the teams are evenly matched at this stage. It's been a bit up and down this game. We've seen a couple of really great shots and then a couple of really awful ones as well. And this is a really important shot for Estonia. As I think we said a couple of times this week, Sarah, I think we both agree that maybe the first and the last shot of the end is the most important ones.
Yes, definitely. You want to set up good angles and stay in front of the tee line to start off with. Estonia finds some good line, but pushes that yellow one maybe a little bit too far.
So just squeaks by the guard here. Oliver taps the right one back. It's a good shot.
Mida?
Mängime siitpoolt.
Kuhu? Siia vastu lihtsalt?
Siin vastu, jah.
Okei. Mis suuna ma näitan sulle?
Every shot so important now on this 8th end. Martin Lill just gonna watch his redstone here slip a bit too deep. Will actually come around the yellow. Almost a live shot.
Läks välja või?
Spørgsmålet er, hvis jeg kommer til at ligge ned på, så han har dobblen.
Ja, det er rigtigt. Men ellers skulle det være den der, men så giver vi bare dem chancen.
Ja.
Vi er nødt til at presse vores ind.
Ja.
I think if you're looking to play the top, you might need
Men det,
to
altså, det er jo så lige meget efter det her.
come to the inside of it and just bring that yellow stone at the top, the forefoot, down onto the face of that red stone, just played by Martin Little, and then just make that little nudge in behind the guard, just not to set up the double.
Alternativt, altså ellers læg den kort, hvis det er.
Ja.
Så kan han kun drage herover. God retning. Klar.
God retning.
Klar.
8.
Wow. Kun fart ind. Kun fart ind.
God fart.
Wow.
God fart.
Yep.
Trækker lige.
Yep.
10.
Yep.
10.
Hjem retning.
10.
Hjem retning.
10.
Yep.
Really getting some curl here, Meta.
Yep, 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 yep. Wow.
Just gets by the guard. And he's going to over curl a little bit. That's not too bad. 2 stones in front of the tee line. No real double on.
siit ära lüüa, siis muutub see punktiks praegu on. Praegu on ainult see punkt. Kui ma ainult siia vastu panen.
No.
Vaata, ma vaatan palju siit. Ei ole näha. Ma peaks ainult siia vastu panema.
Okei.
Jääda siia peale vastu.
Jah. Ma enne võtsin sulle siia. Kuule, ma võtsin sulle ennem siia. See oli kiire.
Las jääb sama suun.
Jah.
Teine variant on eest punasega lahti mängida.
So Denmark currently sitting 1. They need 2 for the win.
Teeme sinna selle
1
aset.
for the extra. Are we seeing a freeze here or a guard?
I hope to see a freeze. At least come into the house. I think you still want to leave yourself a couple of options here. So if you have a stone in the top of the house, you might be able to run that back later on in the end. But
Ja.
I think we're going to pull up short here on Martin Little's second shot of the end. Just going to tuck a little piece in behind the center guard. Denmark lies 1.
Den her, den bare står dernede i, så ligger den stadig.
Ja, det er rigtigt. Men ellers skal vi gå stille og roligt herind, ikke? Og tabe den der. Den ryger herud. Så han kan ikke stå på den udefra så.
Nej.
Og så
Hvis jeg taber på den
ligger
her.
vores i forkanten her.
Ja.
Så er det spørgsmålet, om han har en dobbelt ned.
Ja, så kommer min jo til at ligge her, så vil han kunne skyde.
Hvis vi snitter den tyndt, så ruller du selv længere ned, ikke?
Ja, men spørgsmålet er, om vi så kommer ud her. Jeg synes ikke, vi skal rykke på den der, fordi det er vores point lige nu.
Ja.
Så hvis vi kommer til at skubbe den der ud,
men så skal vi bare, tage den her med sådan, altså bagkant. Bare så den kommer herned.
Ja.
Og det er jo stadig 2 deroppe.
Ja, fordi jeg har sådan.
Ellers prøv at køre ned og se, hvor meget du har. Så kan vi lige... fordi deres guard dækker jo trods alt noget mere end før.
Garden dækker vores.
So Mete gonna go down here and take a look from the hack. See how much he has of this red second shot. They're talking about just playing backline weight. Give it a little push. Maybe sit there themselves, so if Estonia comes round.
Jeg tænker, hvad hvis vi bare går rundt og tager vores ind her?
Jamen, tror så lige
Yellows
den her
will stick either way.
Den her?
Nå, vil du tage på den derovre?
Ja, jeg tænker at gå rundt her. Tag den herned. Så har han kun vinklen ned i den, hvis der er.
Ja. Altså, der er jo også lang vej fra den røde garde og ned til den røde hus.
Ja, præcis. Skal vi ikke prøve den?
Jo.
Hvad far, tror du? 8 bag?
Ja.
Og hvis vi snitter vores, gør det ikke noget. Så er den helt gennem.
Ja.
Okay, so seems like Denmark has elected to play a little tap on their own here.
Ja, det gør den. Hvis du rammer den røde, så ligger vi 2.
Ja, men kan de så ramme på den her rulle ind?
Og hvad for en rulle ind? Nå, den her? Nej, det kan du ikke. Nej, det kan de ikke.
It's a bit of a sticky situation here. You're lying pretty good, but you need to set up your deuce. So easy to make things worse for you here.
Wow, wow, go!
I think maybe Meta's put a bit too much weight on this. Maybe they should go for the hit on the red. I'm just going to go past everything.
Yeah, that was way too heavy.
And with that weight being played, I'm not really sure if they were playing the tap. Thought they agreed to play the tap, but so much weight.
She didn't call backline weight halfway across the sheet.
Okay.
Just being a little bit optimistic there.
Kui nad seda tulevad siit riivama, võib see ikkagi sellest parem on äkki panna siia praegu.
Lihtsalt ette või?
Jah.
But still, you know, Denmark's not setting too awful. Estonia is the team that really needs to do something here.
Niimoodi või?
Veel väljapoole.
Väljas. Nüüd hakkas pöörama.
Jaa.
So Estonia will guard that up.
Meil on 1 minut.
Ma lähen sinna või?
And we're going to see the same shot again here now from Denmark. You can remove this red second shot. The rest of the house is very well guarded, and it might be difficult for Estonia to get something else in there. Really big sweep now from Meta. Oh, and she'll crash on the guard. Big mistake there.
Jaa. Mis kiirus?
3.
Liiga palju, jah?
Tundub küll, jah.
Nüüd hüübib ära.
So Estonia started off looking at the takeout. Ends up putting the stone just a little bit on the side there. Top 8 foot. Still protects their red second shot. It's actually make it quite difficult for Denmark to set up a deuce here. Or to score 2, I mean.
Altså eventuelt hvis jeg bare spiller draget, så sker der ikke noget.
Altså eller også, så skal vi bare spille den den her vej rundt.
Ja, er det ikke lige før?
Det er lige før, at vi skal spille den her vej, og så bare lige tabe den her. For hvis vi kommer tæt forbi garden, så må den da komme derned.
Ja, det er rigtigt. Ja, skal vi gøre det?
Jo.
Den er meget god. Det er bare tyndt forbi.
Ja. Jeg giver dig samme is som til din drag til midten, fordi den der, den ligger, hvor den er.
So good thinking there by Meta. See a big swing on this ice. So with just T-line weight, if you go tight on the guard, it will curl, and the call is to tap up the second yellow.
Jo, den får normalt.
already sitting 1. Looking to score 2, that would give them the win. Last stone of the 8th end.
So last stone here. Could be the game winner right here for Denmark. And
has he got enough?
It seems to be, maybe. It's very close.
I think we need a measure.
It's 1 for sure. And you hear him.
That's
I
fine,
think
right?
we need a measure. So we're definitely heading into an extra end. But we are measuring. Might be Denmark to pick up that last spot in the quarters.
And that really is close.
Looks maybe a bit red.
But then again, I'm not sure that this camera angle is the best, so we're going to leave it up to Eva Roethlisberger again.
Do you want to see an extra end, sir?
Yes, it's really exciting, I wouldn't mind, but I think that last shot was so nice from Denmark that maybe they deserve to pick up a win here.
Umpire said it's always in the way. It's gonna be red. And we're gonna head into an extra end. Very close there, Oliver. But after 8 ends, we're at 7 each.
Aega rohkem. Kui ideaalselt panevad, siis peame sinna tulema samasuguse, nagu sa eelmise tegid, et ta kõik saab jälle minema.
Me proovime.
Jah.
Bare tage på tid. Altså.
Ej, det tror jeg ikke. Nu gør de nok ikke.
Ej, men i sidste ende.
Ja, det må de godt gøre.
Nå, og lige en god en.
So, extra end getting started here. Oliver DuPont needs to find one of his perfect freezes. And it is Estonia who will have hammer.
Rigtig god retning.
4 bag.
Den fint. Gå.
Nej, T-line.
Gå. Rigtig god retning. Gå.
T-line.
Gå. Godt lige fald.
T-line.
Fald. 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 Han sidder godt.
He gets a little tap. Sits for shot stone at the moment.
We've seen Oliver play a couple of really good first draws.
Siit agressiivselt.
Maybe taps it a bit more than he wanted, but
Sellise tagavalge.
No,
Ja kui tuleb siit ilusti mööda, siis kõksab
it was a
seda
nice shot
poole
in
meie
front of the T-line.
jah. Mis kiirus?
90. Roi, ei.
Vaata kaitset, vaata kaitset.
Ei. Lõpuni ei.
And a great shot there from Estonia. Taps back the yellow
Alle tager 4.
and sits shot stone, top of the forfeit.
retning. Vente lidt.
8, 12.
Vente lidt. Jeg skal ned til. Yep. God retning. Kom fart. Ned til. Ned til. Ned til.
Er du nede? Er du nede?
Wow. Yep. Yep. Retning. Yep.
8.
Yep. Yep. Wow. 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 Yep. I retning. Wow. Wow.
Hvis der er en stopsel bag dig.
Hop.
So gets a good freeze tap there. And we're looking at an interesting extra end. Some nice setup play by both teams.
Natuke väljas. Kiirust tundub olevat.
vaata kaitsele pihta ei lähe.
Ei lähe absoluutselt, see on kiire. sa teed pigem selle kollasele tõksi.
kus ma nüüd nii hull?
So a little tap there from
on ju tavaline, jah?
Martin Lill. Does not look too happy with that.
Så har vi altid den her vinkel ned, hvis der er.
Hvad?
Gonna see Denmark now
Ja, at jeg ligger.
coming round the other side
Ja.
with a freeze or maybe a little tap on the shot zone.
Ja. God retning. Klar.
4.
Wow. Wow. Vent lidt. Wow.
10.
Wow.
4 bag.
Yep. Wow. Wow.
Skubber.
Wow. Yep. God retning. Yep.
4 bag.
Yep.
10.
Yep. Fortsæt.
10.
Yep.
10.
Yep. Fortsæt. 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 Yep. 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 Yep.
Oh, and a great shot there by Mette.
Yeah, really good now in Denmark with the 2 yellows here at the top of the forfeit. Estonia still lying shot though, but it's a bit scary to just leave it there.
paneme umbes selle koha peale siia.
ma võtan sulle siia.
kui tuleb pikemaks, siis ta võib kahe kollase vahele tulla.
jaa.
On
ma
ju?
võtan siia või? hakkad pöörama kohe.
ja, ja.
We saw Mette running up to try and sweep that to get it a little bit more open.
Direkte nu.
But the guards are
Nej, fordi vi skulle helst...
a bit overlapped. Not ideal if you want to run them in.
Nu se, hvad de gør på deres side. Og så må vi...
Bare her.
prøve at se. De kan ikke dække begge veje. Det tror jeg ikke.
Tror du, den trækker?
Ikke
So gonna play the double on the guards
8. Ja.
to make sure that they've got at least one side that they can
meget til, for de ruller væk.
tap on.
Der skal ikke meget til, for de ruller væk.
Ej, jeg ved det godt.
Du er sikker på, at man ikke kan gå rundt til den gule, ikke?
Det er bare, Olli, hvis vi ikke går rundt, så ligger de en til i guard, så er vi fuldstændig fucked.
Okay.
So Clear message from Meta. Could play, they come around and tap on their own yellow, but if they don't make the shot, they're in big trouble. So this is mostly to keep hopes alive. And she's maybe a bit tight here, but does make the double P line. Rolls away, so a good shot.
Og så har vi fået den røde.
Bestiller god hånd,
Ja.
Bestiller god hånd,
Ja.
Pigem nagu siiapoole, kui siiapoole.
Kummalt poolt sa siis tuled?
Ah?
Kummalt poolt sa tuled?
Ikka siitpoolt.
Oota, aga ma võtsin selle enne niimoodi.
Võtta sissepoole.
Nii või?
Jah. Ma võtaks veel sissepoole. Jah.
So Estonia here gonna play another guard. If you're out there on the ice, are you starting to feel some nerves, do you think, Sander?
Yeah, I think especially in mixed doubles, you're quite alone out there playing the shot. The sweepers aren't with you, and everyone's looking at you. It's the only game going on out there, so it'd be perfectly normal to feel a bit of pressure.
Den her.
So it needs to find the absolutely perfect line here. And even if they do, Denmark will still have some sort of shot, but maybe overcross a little bit with that one.
Kurat, see pööras selle raisk.
Ja, men ikke hvis vi ruller af. Nej. Fordi altså, jeg tænker, hvis vi kun taber den her, ikke?
Ja, taber den her ned, så den kommer ned og fryser, ikke?
Ja.
Og vores selv ligger
Det
her.
er selvfølgelig der.
Så den i et fod, og det vil den ikke
og så
være.
ligger vores her. Ja.
Ja.
Men vi ruller jo meget ud i siden jo.
Ja.
Så vi kan kun ramme den skråt.
Ja,
Jeg skal spille rød i rød, i gul i rød.
ja.
Så ligger vi i hvert fald.
Ja, så ryger den ud, så ligger vi med 2.
Præcis, ja. Jeg tror bare ikke den anden. Jeg gider ikke at lave sådan en Australien-sten, hvor den ikke kan lade sig gøre.
Ej, jeg tror, hvis vi skyder den her, så vil den
bare
her,
rammes lige på, ikke? Den
Ja, ja.
røde forreste her.
så vil den rulle herud.
Ja.
Og den her vil stå hernede,
Præcis.
og den vil tage nok den der på vejen. Så ligger vi med den der.
Ja.
Så spørgsmålet om det er nok, at de bare skyder på den der for at vinde.
Det er ikke, nej, vores gule må blive derinde nogenlunde.
Den her.
Ja. Jeg tror bare ikke, det andet skud, det er der mod, ligesom mod Australien. Det er så åndssvagt at lave sådan en, der ikke kan lade sig gøre.
Ja. Hvad,
Det skal kun have 10 eller sådan noget.
jamen, hvor vil du ramme?
Det skal bare rammes lige på.
So looking at two options, it's
Tror ikke, vi skal
either
spille lige,
to
for at den ikke svinger for
come
meget?
directly
Jo, det
onto
kan godt være.
your
Så 9 måske.
best yellow
Yeah,
there
scare five.
on the right hand
Yeah,
side
five.
of the forfeit, or to play this
Okay.
double run. I think you
Wow.
might get the best result playing
Yeah.
this double run, but
Her?
it's certainly
Ja, lidt mere.
the harder
Det var
shot.
9.
Ja.
Yeah, the stones are quite close together though, so a good hit in here and things could be lying good for Denmark.
Vente. Wow, wow. Wow.
Hanging high so far, needs to find some curl. Oliver,
Wow.
is that enough? It's enough to set 2, I believe, maybe even just 1.
I think it's the one, but still nicely played.
Yeah, I just needed to curl an inch more, but
Det går nok.
Will I shot, and Christine Lill has to play a shot to win the game here. Let's see what they have.
Ja lööb selle ära ja see muutub punktiks.
Looks like they can just come right on to the shot zone though with an in-turn and tap it back.
Yeah, maybe just even the straight draw with the in-turn, just nudge off that top yellow. They're looking to maybe catch a third of this red stone to the left high side and
Mis sa ise arvad, kumb oleks turvalisem teha?
run it sideways off the yellow.
Ma tuleks selle suuna peal asetust.
Okei.
Might be a more difficult shot.
väljaviskel on.
ta ei tohi siia tulla,
Maybe.
sellele.
Ja, tuleb siit mööda selle riivaka.
We're looking at playing the out turn.
Okei, mis kiirusega?
I think maybe the in turn draw is easier.
Ta võiks olla selline 9-5.
Okei.
But Estonia has chosen to play the out turn draw. Needs to be pretty close to that 1 foot. It looks pretty difficult to get straight down there, but you might even get to take it off for your own red. Last stone of this extra end for Christine Lill. Need to sweep right off the bat here. She's not calling weight though. Looking pretty close. We'll get by the guard here. Takes off the red. And it's going to be enough to score one and win this game for Estonia. And they're the ones to make it to the quarterfinals. Denmark is out of this mixed doubles championship. A really exciting game here to find out who's going to play Switzerland in the quarterfinals.
And here you see the line scores. Final score of the game: Estonia 8, Denmark 7. They will go on to play Switzerland tomorrow morning. So our next live game will be tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning local time here in Ezurum, and it will be the quarterfinal between Canada and Sweden. So join us then. Thank you for watching.